Hey everyone, it's Micah Fragrance back at it again with another video. Today I'm bringing you guys my top 5 date night colognes in 2024. This is a ranked video. There's a number 5, there's a number 1, and I do have 2 honorable mentions, so let's dive into that first. So first honorable mentions, YSL is La Nuit de l'Homme, cardamom, and lavender heavy. It's good, it's spicy, it's a little sweet, it's sexy. Why is it not on my list? If you guys seen a lot of other people's date night colognes list, it's probably made their list, or at least their honorable mentions as well. So why isn't it on my list? Why is it just on the honorable mentions? I have not actually worn this on a date. I haven't worn this as a fragrance yet. Like, as you guys can see, the bottle is like, I've done one spray of the bottle. So I just haven't worn it, and I didn't feel like it would be right to put it on my list because I've never actually worn it for myself. But it's still a good smelling cologne, which is why I give it the honorable mention. And the next one, Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Elixir. This is that, standard lavender and vanilla combo. It has some honey, it has some mint, it has tobacco. It's super sweet, and this stuff leaves an incredible scent trail. One of the best sillages I've ever smelt. One of my buddies wears this cologne. He was like 10 feet in front of me, and I could still smell this beautiful, beautiful scent trail this stuff leaves. Women love this especially. And it's good. I feel like it is a little overhyped, though. It's still a great fragrance, but definitely got a little more hype than I feel like it deserved, but still a solid option, and it's going to be an honorable mention. So now we're in the actual list. So number 5, I have YSL's Y Le Parfum. So pretty much you can get any YSL Y. You can get the EDT, you can get the EDP. I would recommend stick with the EDP Intense, or the Le Parfum. The Elixir is okay. The oud doesn't really stand out in it, but Y Le Parfum opens up with that signature YSL Y green apple. It has aldehydes in the opening. It has ginger in the opening. It's not a spicy ginger. And then on the dry down, it's a tonka bean and wood combo. So this is good. It's sweet. It has a signature YSL Y green apple sweetness. And this stuff is just good, solid. Women seem to love the YSL Y DNA in specific. And it's just a solid cologne, a little more toned down than the EDP and the EDP Intense. I would say a little more mature and grown up in my opinion as well. I get like 6 to 7 hours of longevity with moderate projection. So it's a pretty good fragrance. It is a little more on the expensive side as far as the YSL Y line goes. You can expect to pay like $140 retail for a 3.4 ounce. But the YSL Y line is not very expensive, but the EDP is $130. I would just recommend go with the Le Parfum. Only thing is, as you guys can probably see, this is a fingerprint magnet. That's the only downside, but it's still a great fragrance, and that's my number 5 spot. Number 4, a little unconventional pick. A lot of you guys might not think about this, but this is great if we're going into the warmer weather like I am. I'm in the United States, so if you guys are going into the warmer weather, definitely check out Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Beau. Super nice 3-note breakdown. Top notes of bergamot, middle notes of coconut, and base notes of tonka bean. Super creamy tonka bean that ties well with the coconut. The coconut in this is obviously the star. It's really what you smell. And this stuff is just sexy. It's sweet. It's tropical. If you're on a beach vacation with your girlfriend and you take her on a date, or your wife, or if you go hiking, this is an incredible cologne. If it's just warm out and you're going on a date, you want to treat your girl, wear this cologne because women love this especially. This is one of Hollis's favorites that I've been wearing pretty recently, and it's just solid. So I would definitely recommend this, and that's why it deserves my number 4 spot. My number 3 is another JPG. I'm already thinking about the comments I'm gonna get. Oh my god, yeah, JPG, he's our star player collection. Okay, look, Jean Paul Gaultier is a good house, but they make good date night fragrances too. So number 3, Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. Now, this has been cloned over and over again. I say if you have the money, just get the actual Ultra Male. It has a nice bubblegum type sweetness, fruity and vanilla. It has some cinnamon in the opening. It has pear in the opening as well. It's this incredibly juicy and sweet pear. I love the pear note in this. And it has that vanilla like we talked about in the dry down. This is good. It's sweet. It's sexy. It's strong. It projects well. I'm talking 8 to 9 hours of longevity with great projection and pretty good sillage as well. So I definitely recommend this. You can get 9 p.m. I say 9 p.m. is more of an inspired by. It's like 70% close. Another great one I've heard about is Lattafa Ram Silver, but I've never personally tried that. But I say if you have the money, just get Ultra Male. It's so, so good. So the number 2 spot, which I feel like a lot of you guys could definitely agree with me on this one. Valentino's Born in Roma Intense. Another great one would be Valentino's Coral Fantasy. That's a sweet tobacco heavy fragrance. But Born in Roma Intense, let's see, simple 3-note breakdown just like Le Beau. Top notes of lavender, middle notes of vetiver and base notes of vanilla, or it's middle notes of vanilla, base notes of vetiver. I cannot remember, but a simple 3-note breakdown. This stuff is good. It's classy smelling. This stuff just screams sexy date night to me. Like, I could imagine taking Hollis out to dinner, rocking this, because this is an incredibly good fragrance. It's sweet. It's not overly sweet. It's powdery. That lavender gives it a super nice floral powdery side. And this stuff is just solid. 8 hours of longevity, moderate projection, just a nice smelling, elegant fragrance. And that's why it deserves my number 2 spot. So my number 1 spot, if you guys are fans of my channel, you guys can probably guess what's coming next. Stronger With You EDT. Now, you can get some of the flankers. I have Intensely as well. I still prefer the EDT over Intensely. Intensely is a little more boozy than the EDT. Absolutely is a little more boozy and a little more spicy than the EDT. But those are really the 3 that you'd want to bounce from as far as date night goes. But the EDT is it makes my list. This is my first cologne. This is Hollis's favorite cologne I wear. This is my favorite cologne of all time. This just reminds me when I first started dating Hollis, and any date I'd go on with her, anytime I'd hang out with her, I was always rocking this. Super good chestnut and vanilla combo. It's sweet, not overly sweet. It's not a gourmand fragrance by any means, but it's really nice. It's sweet. It's attractive. I feel like women would more than likely enjoy this fragrance on a guy. And it's just good. 7-8 hours of longevity, pretty good projection for the first few hours. And it's just my favorite cologne of all time. So please, everyone, put in the comments, do you guys agree, disagree with my list? What would you guys have done differently? If your guys' list is completely different, and not even if it's completely different, even if your list is relatively close to mine, put your guys' top 5 in the comments below, please. Other than that, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching, taking some time out of your day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.